Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 398. Working Through. Well, there's Stanley. You see, he brought Baby Yoda up there with him. Baby Yoda. Alright, working through. You're sitting there, you're looking at your screen, and nothing's coming to you. And you're dithering around and taking forever to get any words. What do? You got to ask yourself this question. What does your next scene look like? Your next scene. You have to envision it. When you're sitting there, writer's block is nothing more than you don't know what to write. Okay, hey, that seems obvious, right? You need to know what to write. You need to know your story. At some point in time, you knew that story. It was inside your head. You could see it. You started writing. Make sure you know where you're ending. And this is some people do discovery writing, but don't discover to the end. The end itself, you need to know where the story ends, because then it's a lot easier to get there no matter what circuitous path you take to get there. You still know where it's going to end. If you don't know where you're going to end, any road will take you there, and that's what people go meander off into the mountains and disappear. That's writer's block. You need to know where you're going to end. So that's think big, but focus small. You have to focus on today. When you're writing words, you're writing this sentence. So what does that next scene look like? What does that transition to that scene look like? Here are two small elements that you can attack and get done, even if you're not inspired. Focus small, narrow, laser beam, like on a shark's head, a freaking laser beam. That's what you're going for. Narrow down. One word after another. Okay, I got to get this transition done. Okay, I'm going from this scene. What's that next scene? Okay, even write a couple sentences of here's this next scene, just to help you visualize. And then the transition, okay, he's here. He just needs to move over there. How does he move? Okay, let me just do a scene break. Scene break, and all of a sudden he's there. Let's start setting up the scene, and all of a sudden you're into it. What is the character thinking? What do you need to convey to the reader? So use your director's lights and your cameras and look at the scene and then see what is your character thinking? What do you need to convey to the reader? Is it from the character's perspective, or is it of the character? Look at your cameras, take that scene, and copy it down. Once again, you don't have to be inspired. Be inspired for the final product, but you don't have to be inspired to get this stuff done, because you can't edit no words. It doesn't magically go from your head into the reader's minds. Not yet, anyway. So in between, we got to write those words down. You got to jam them. Whether you narrate, whether you jam, got to get those words down. You got to take the scene in your head and get it to the reader through the prism of your words. So get those words. What does the reader need to see? That transition, character has to move from here to there. And then the setup, enter, conflict, resolution, open loop, next chapter, and keep rolling. Once you get into it, once you start asking yourself questions, what does the reader need to see? And focus. All the distractions, focus, okay, sentence, get one word, then 10 words, then a paragraph, and all of a sudden you're going again, and you can get a few words down and keep moving forward. You'll find that 100 words a day, 200 words a day, you're going to make a lot of progress over time. If you get 1,000 words, 2,000 words a day, you're going to make a lot of progress in a hurry. Scene after scene after scene, transitions like a string of pearls, tied off in between, and that knot is the transition. The pearl is the chapter and the scene that the reader gets embroiled within, and they have to keep reading. That's it. That's all it takes to write a book. And then you do it again and again and again and again. Peace, fellow humans.